Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of All Score No Defense, the best sports channel. And on this episode, I'm going to talk about how the Tennessee Titans defeated the Los Angeles Rams. Let's get into it. Okay, if you watch like I did last night, you saw that the Tennessee Titans defeated the Los Angeles Rams with a score of 28-16. And in this game, you have to love how the Tennessee Titans played despite a depleted roster. What do I mean by this? Their offense was missing their best player, Derrick Henry, and yet they still were able to function. Now, A.J. Brown did have some big drops, but besides this, their offense was still firing on all cylinders. Now, their defense, man, their defensive line, I had question marks about this defensive line, but their defensive line came out and played darn good. And this was against the Los Angeles Rams we're talking about. And the Los Angeles Rams have a pretty good offensive line, but you couldn't have told that last night because this Tennessee Titans team was in the backfield like it was nothing. And they were getting sacks, and then they even got a pick six in this game. They forced Matthew Stafford into 2 interceptions. One of them was for his pick six. One of them was for a pick six, and then the other one was for one that got them right in touchdown range or right in the scoring range. And with this Tennessee Titans team, we need to start looking at this team in another light. Why am I saying this? Because with a record of 7-2, they now have the best record in the AFC, and that means something. Now, this Tennessee Titans team, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, I had question marks about their defensive line, but if their defensive line is going to play like that on any given Sunday or on each and every Sunday, hey, we got to start looking at this team in a different light because they can still run the ball. Even though they don't have Derrick Henry, they did a great job last night of having those trios of running backs doing what they did. And this team, hey, they're physical, they're fast, they keep playing and they keep going to the football. And it's like you don't know how to predict this team because it's like, when their running game isn't going, they're still able to do things in the passing game. And then when their passing game isn't going or their offense isn't doing well, they can win games with their defense. And also with this Tennessee Titans team, we've seen that they've been able to win ugly. And that's one thing about a Super Bowl team. You got to be able to win ugly. And you also have to be able to control time of possession. That's what we've been seeing from this Tennessee Titans team. And that's all for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I do new episodes like this Monday through Friday. And I'm out.